Welcome to the Territory. It's another edition of Territorial Airwaves. Sonically bathed in magical airwaves, this is your total access to the territory of Hawaii. I'm Harry B. Soria Jr., founder and host of Territorial Airwaves, now in our 40th consecutive year of Territorial Airwaves, your source for the history of Hawaiian music, your Kama'aina radio show, broadcasting from right here in Hawaii. Territorial Airwaves was awarded the Crash Kealoha Industry Award for the 2017 Na Hoku Hano Hano Lifetime Achievement Awards. Territorial Airwaves is the original, the ultimate vintage Hawaiian music radio show, required listening for all of the other Hawaiian music shows. And now, this week, it's another Territorial Airwaves program.
There was actually three Harry Sorias. My grandfather, Harry G. Soria, Harry Gilman Soria, came to Hawaii in 1919, 100 years ago. And he eventually got into the profession of solicitor, which is selling time for advertising on Hawaii's first radio station, KGU. And so he was very successful. His desk was right next to the general manager owner of KGU, Marion Mulroney, who had actually built the station. And through the 30s, starting in the early 30s and all the way through the 30s into the 40s and the early 50s, grandfather was the #1 radio salesman in Honolulu. He had all the big accounts, all the old accounts, Kama'aina accounts, and he was very successful, and radio was king. Television hadn't really gotten involved until 1952. So he was doing well. My father was old enough to be my grandfather, but he was named Harry B. Soria Sr. And he got into radio, and grandfather brought him in to create shows for him and package things for his son to excel in, because his son wanted to be a personality. So he got into being on the air, which was a first for the family. And he became very successful. And there were shows like Going to Town with Harry Soria, which was the first show that someone had their name on it in Hawaii. And then he had another show that was on KGU broadcasting on NBC shortwave to the mainland in Canada, and that was called The Voice of Hawaii. And all this was pretty amazing. He did a lot of things, and he also wrote songs. He wrote a song called Hawaii's Charm and published it. Ray Kinney came back in 1940 and found the song sheet and took it back with him when he recruited a young man named Alfred Akaka. And in LA, on their way to New York, they made a recording, and on the B side was Dad's song, Hawaii's Charm. So throughout my early life, we always celebrated when the Decca Records royalty check arrived. But we had 3 Harry Sorias, and I was dormant in radio until 1979, when I got involved and excited about Dad's leftovers from 1941 that had been packed in a shipping container, and it was there to discover and celebrate. And it was the birth of Territorial Airwaves.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our instructions now to move to the wonderful first proclamation. And this proclamation is for Harry B. Soria Jr., a certificate of special congressional recognition. U.S. Senator Mazie K. Hirono. For Harry B. Soria Jr. and Territorial Airwaves and blah, 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 blah. Okay, it's all yours, brother. Yes. Mazie, awesome. Next one is from the mayor of the city and county of Honolulu, Mayor Kirk Caldwell. Aloha. Oh, Harry, you are just, oh, man, you are. Oh, Harry, Territorial Airwaves, Harry, Territorial Airwaves, Harry, signed the mayor of the city and county of Honolulu, Kirk Caldwell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the governor of the state of Hawaii, in recognition of Territorial Airwaves' 40th anniversary, whereas, therefore, I, David Y. Ige, Governor, and I, Joshua B. Green, Lieutenant Governor of the State of Hawaii, do hereby commemorate and recognize the 40th anniversary of Territorial Airwaves and commend the efforts of Harry B. Soria Jr., the Hawaiian Music Airwaves Foundation, to preserve and perpetuate Hawaiian music for present and future generations. And now, with a special presentation of his own, the gift, Harry B. Soria Jr. What a big hand for Kimo Alama. My brother. All 40 years that I did Hawaiian radio, he was right there. We'd like to say mahalo to several people. Of course, Halahula o Manoa, Kumuhula Kilohana Silv. They did so much. This beautiful stage. And also Halau Mele. They're the ones that chanted and sang, and they've done so much. They've been manning all the booths, the registration, the silent auction. So Halau Mele, we thank you so much. We'd like to welcome some of our special guests. You're all very special. We appreciate you supporting us tonight, and our nonprofit, the Hawaiian Music Archives Foundation. But especially we have Keoya, which is right here in the front. Say hi, Keoya. These are our hosts for tonight here at the beautiful Royal Hawaiian Hotel, one of their properties. We also have the gang from Hawaiian Airlines over here. Thank you for coming, gang. We have the gang from Generations Magazine. There they are. Aloha. Mahalo for coming. a lot of the people that have been on the covers are here as well. So we're happy to have all of them. We're thanking Olelo, who are going to be televising when the program actually begins. They'll be doing their thing. We also want to thank a special thank you to Margie and Mike Duran, who put together this wonderful silent auction. They worked so hard, so thank you, Margie and Mike. You know, in 1978, I was 28 years old, just a child, but I met a young lady with this heavenly voice on the radio, and she was 23, 5 years younger than me, but she had a few 78s that had been given to her by a listener, and she was playing them on the air because we had turntables in those days, and she asked questions, and I answered them, and I would ask my father and get the answer, and I was an avid listener of her. And eventually, we started a program together, and that was June 13th, 1979. So I'd like to ask you to please recognize her lifetime partner and her daughter. They're both here, so Keaulana and also Kimo La'au. If you could stand and say aloha to us. There's Kimo in the orange shirt, and there's Keaulana over there. So thank you both for coming. You know, Skylark made an amazing impression on me. She liked what I was doing. We made a perfect team, and we did it from 1979 to 1986, and then she moved on in her radio career. And, you know, I owe a lot to her because in those first 7 years, I did the talking, but she operated the turntables and everything. And then the guy that was just talking to you, Kimo Kahawano, came in when Skylark left in '86, and he said, Harry, you got to run a show on Sundays from 12 to 3 in addition to your Territorial Airwaves. So he forced me to learn how to actually play records, run the board, and all those things. So I'm indebted to Kimo Kahawano as well. And one other guy, Crash Kealoha, we won his Crash Kealoha Industry Award for the Lifetime Achievements of the Hoku Awards in 2017, but Crash was the program director. When Skylark brought this to him, he said, sure, give it a shot. And thanks to all of those people, Kimo, Skylark, and Crash, also the founders of the Hokus, I might add, Territorial Airwaves was born. So thank you, Keaulana. Thank you, Kimo. We appreciate you being here with us tonight. The guy who took over afterwards was Keomiki Akui, and he was with me from '86 to 1999. And he was a wonderful partner. We were known as the Territorial Boys, and we used to do shows right in this room. We did the 65th anniversary of the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. Yeah, we did a lot of things. We were the Territorial Boys, and I don't know if you saw the picture out there, but there was Kimo Kahawano's younger brother with black hair. I don't know if you saw that, along with my younger brother with more hair, and Keomiki Akui and Brickwood Galateria were all with us in those days. So we were the four horsemen of KCCN back in the day. We also want to thank all of the folks who have supported us. There's so many friends in the audience, so there's almost too many people to thank. But we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Keaulana and I have put together this nonprofit, the Hawaiian Music Archives Foundation. We're combining both of our very extensive collections of Hawaiiana into this collection, and eventually we'll be working at digitizing it and preparing it to transfer it to a worthwhile institution that will take it into perpetuity for us. So big hand, if you will, for my wife, Keaulana Silv. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a hand for the man of the hour, the one and only Kimo Alama.
Mahalo, ladies and gentlemen. Save your applause, because coming up, you're going to have two wild and crazy MCs that are going to take over. I mean, I don't know how they do it on radio, but they do it. I don't know how they do it with their live shows, but they do it. You know, nobody had a Father's Day show. It was only Mother's Day show. Nobody had a Father's Day show, but they had a Father's Day show. Did anybody show up? Yes, they did. You know why? Because it's Mele and Shannon. And so all the guys going, yeah, I can do that. Okay, you like take me. So it's beautiful. They're coming up after our wonderful artists and the gentlemen who were just here. So I'm going to ask Raiatea to come forward along with the boys. And the reason for that is because, Pauhana, no need work now. I can just enjoy. So I'd like to share this with you. First time I stepped into a production in this room was 1968. Wow. Was with Ed Kenny, Beverly Noah, and Marlene Tsai, the Phil Ingalls Orchestra, a huge chorus of dancers, including Babes Bell, Tony Kiliapio, and many others. We all were a part of the production. It continued through with the next show because they went across to the surf room. So we did the show with Mr. Al Harrington and Varroa Tiki from Sterling Mossman's show at the Queen's Surf. Some of you have no idea. No worry. Ask the older person. And then after that, Jack DeMello did the only production ever that he gathered everyone here in an orchestra filled with local talents, including Billy Kaika, Sterling Kahalepuna, and so many of the wonderful artists in an orchestral delight. And he wrote all the charts for that beautiful time, Jack DeMello. And then came Tommy Sands, Hawaii 72, and then I moved on to different productions, but I will never forget this room because today I am one of the hosts of the Aha'aina Luau here at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, because Harry went like this. So you know when somebody goes like this, you know what you do, eh? Talk for 10 minutes more.
No, you dance a hula.
So I just like to say for Harry, I love you, brother. Thank you for all of those wonderful recordings that gave you so much. Thanks for the beautiful hula that your wife shared at the Waikiki Shell with all of the halau from France. Thanks to everyone who loves this moment. Find your moment to share with the beautiful orchestra. And when I saw her, we were at Dole Cannery on Maui. Genoa Keawe was performing, and this little girl comes up and she starts singing. Her name as an artist has exploded into Hoku Award winning, into being a universal, wonderful voice for the world. Ladies and gentlemen, with her heart, her mana, and her spirit, from Molokai, Raiatea Helm.
Ooh, how was that introduction? Mahalo, Uncle Kimo. course, we take you to the island of Molokai, a place where I had the privilege of growing up, and you know, there's a lot of red dirt over there. It does a body good. But so many fond memories on Molokai. But I'm just so grateful to be here, and mahalo Uncle Harry B. Soria, and another round of applause for his efforts and all of his dedication in preserving the music. Mahalo. There you are. I was 15 years old at the Hawaii Theater, and Uncle was there. That was my debut here in Honolulu in the year 2000, honoring George Helm. And I was there with my father, and I remember we came up in the pit, and we come up on the stage, and I was so nervous. I started off on the wrong key. So tonight, we almost a little bit similar, but that's okay. But I'm so grateful to be here. How about another round of applause for Uncle Alan Akaka, Uncle Kaipo Asing, and Brother Adam Asing. We're going to do, speaking of George Helm, I love his recording, and he would sing this song quite often, a song that was written by John Kamealoha Almeida, a song entitled Maile Swing. Sweet and lovely, ke ona ona o ka maile. Ho'i po ke ala, o heno shua i ka pili poli. Nanea e valea, e luana ka ua i laila. Miki hoi ke ki ina, e ko pu'uwai ka palili. Nani ua ko ka ini, ai hoa pili mau o e nou. Koi i ke aloha no velu e leu, e hene wahi olu ala ko hei. Haina ka puana, ke ona ona o ka maile. Ano ai ka pilina, e lea e au me kulei. Song entitled Maile Swing Mahalo. You know, this next song, I actually heard it on Uncle's, on his website. And I called him, I asked him, what is this song and who is this? So I fell in love with it so much, and with the help of Uncle Harry, he guided me in the right direction, and we want to share this song with you. It's an Alvin Isaacs classic. And, you know, to me, when I hear the instruments and the melody of this song, it just takes you back to a different time, and I just love it so much, and I hope you guys like it too. A song entitled The Good Old Ho'omali Malie. It's not the moon, not the stars, no the blue skies, not the flowers that bloom in the aisles. It's not the songs that they sing that enchant me, but that good old Ho'omali Malie. It's not the tropical dances that haunt me, not the fish, not the poi or Waikiki. It's not the romance that glows in the moonlight, but the way the Hawaiians say you're right. The natives are carefree and happy. They rather see life go that way. They give up their best to the needy, just to see that they're happy and gay. It's not the moon, not the stars, no the blue skies, not the flowers that bloom in the aisles. It's not the songs that they sing that enchants me, but that good old Mali Malie. The natives are carefree and happy. They rather see life go that way. They give up their best to the needy, just to see that they're happy and gay. It's not the moon, not the stars, no the blue skies, not the flowers that bloom in the aisles. It's not the songs that they sing that enchants me, but that good old Mali Malie. But that good old Mali Malie. All right. Thank you. So, growing up on Molokai, I was around 14 years old that I really decided that I wanted to sing Hawaiian music. And because my father was, you know, familiar with some of the great legends like Leina Alahaili, Chinoa Keawe, Myra English, and he introduced me to a woman that I would be forever grateful for her contributions, is the songbird of Hawaii, Lina Machado. And this song is probably one of my favorite songs. And it was actually written as a commercial for a marketplace over in Chinatown. And it's so amazing how you take something simple like that and you make it so beautiful. And she did that very well. A song entitled Holau. Ulu vehi vehi o
ladies and gentlemen, Raiatea Helm.
So on December 7th, 1941, my father was a radio announcer, and his last show, Saturday night, was The Voice of Hawaii. We learned later that the Japanese planes honed in on the radio signal of that KGU MBC transmission, shortwave, that was going to the mainland. And that's what the planes followed in as they came in, and the ships for the attack the next morning, December 7th. So this was the Saturday, December 6th. So when it did happen, Dad got out of bed down on Wilder Street and dashed downtown because he had been immediately activated into his role that he had been training for every Tuesday night at Iolani Barracks in the Naval Intelligence. And that was, he would be the lead censor for the radio phone long distance calls at Mutual Telephone, which is now Hawaiian Tel. So he went down to Alakea Street and took over the command post and censored every call coming in. One of the calls was President Roosevelt discussing martial law with Governor Poindexter. So that was an exciting day for him. The next day, December 8th, he put everything of his office at KGU into a big wooden shipping container and nailed it shut, and then took it up to his father's house at Hualani Drive in Manoa, where it sat for the duration of the war. Then he met my mother in 46, they got married, I was born in 48, and then we moved from the downstairs at grandfather's house to a new house that my folks purchased in Ainahaina on the very first street called Papai Street. And they put that box in the back of our garage there, and it sat there for 30 years. And so when I was in my late 20s, I got interested in the Hawaiian Renaissance. I had met Skylark, and we were doing things, and I asked my dad, wow, do you have any of your old stuff I could look at? So he opened up that shipping container, and there was a time capsule with photographs and song sheets and records and songbooks and all kinds of memos and paper and this and that, all kinds of things. It was the entire contents of his office at KGU. So we spent the next couple of years just going through everything, and he told me stories about everything he had. When we started Territorial Airwaves in 1979, I was very fortunate because my father lived for 11 more years and was able to be my consultant and advisor and keep me credible and truthful in what I was doing, because he would always give me the correct information and correct me if I strayed. So that's how the birth of Territorial Airwaves.
Mahalo to Uncle Harry B. I love you very much. Thank you for all the support. And how about another round of applause for these awesome musicians, Uncle Kaipo, Adam, Uncle Alan. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
Raiatea Helm.
In 1979, the Honolulu Skylark, Jacqueline Rossetti, asked me to join her on the radio at 1420 AM to do a show. We had been guesting for about 3 years, but she decided, let's do a full-time show. Can you do it 3 days a week? No, I can't. Can you do it once? Yes, I can. What are you going to name it? I thought, Territorial for pre-statehood, Airwaves for radio, Territorial Airwaves. So we started on Wednesday at 1 o'clock, and we went 7 years together, and then she moved to another station. Keomi Keokui came in 1986, and he went the next 13 years with me. And then in 1999, I jumped over to KINE Hawaiian 105 FM, and I was there, so I left the AM and went to the FM, and I was there for 6 years. And then we jumped from there back to AM 940, the sister station of Hawaiian 105, and we're still going strong there. We also have our own website that we put together in 2006, and we carry all of our shows on that website, and the same show that's on the radio is on our website. So from 1979 to 2019, we're now celebrating 40 years of Territorial Airwaves.
Before we begin anything in any part of our portion of the program, we just wanted to say on behalf of the Kolohe crew from Hawaiian 105, congratulations and happy 40th anniversary to Harry B. Sawyer Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Uncle, stand up. Uncle Harry B., stand up.
And you know, family, if you don't mind, could we all stand and give him a nice round, give him a standing ovation over here.
Give him a standing ovation.
And help the food go down to the feet too. There you go. Help the digestion kind of things. Happy anniversary. Anakala Harry right there. We appreciate you.
You are a legend, Uncle. We're going to preserve you and Uncle Kimo Kahawana. We're going to put you guys on Hawaiian Salt and dry ice, okay? You know, really, it's such an honor, it's a privilege to carry the legacy, to carry the torch, to be the next generation of voices of radio. And every single day we go to work, we always talk about our leaders, our pioneers of radio, like Uncle Harry B., Kimo Kahuano, Scarlar, Crash Ki Aloha. For myself, I've been in radio since I was in my diapers. I grew up on the island of Kauai, and my auntie Lovey Apana was one of Kauai's greatest kumuhula. She was my mentor, my teacher. And from the 1970s, we used to go to KUAI radio, AM 720 radio in Ele Kauai, in Hanapepe. And we used to go in when I was in my diapers, and my auntie, my family, the Apana Ohana would put on all these great concerts with Auntie Gino Ki'ave, Karen Ki'ave Hawaii, Melvin Leeds, Olomana, the Makaha Sons. And we used to go into the radio studio when I was a little baby, KUAI radio, Kauai. And I was never intrigued with my, you know, with Skippy, Auntie Gino Ki'ave, Auntie Karen, Melvin Leeds, because they were my aunties and my uncles. And they would sit there and they would be interviewed in the radio studios. But because they were like my family, my aunties and my uncles, I was actually more intrigued with what my uncle was saying on radio. With a pencil, I would mimic everything when I was 3 years old, everything that came out of his mouth on KUAI radio. And every time he would interview Skippy and Auntie Gino Ki'ave, and he would tell them, it's KUAI AM 720 radio. When we come back, we'll talk story with the Makaha Sons as they get ready for Hanalei May Day Bada Bay with Lovey Apana and Hula Halau o Leina Ala. And I had a pencil, and I would mimic everything that came out of his mouth at age 3. And I would go to Brother Iz, and I'll tell Iz and Skippy, hey, it's KUAI 720 radio. Big show coming up tomorrow, Uncle. How does it feel to be on Kauai? All right. And I knew when I was a little baby, my whole life, that I was going to be in the a radio personality just like them, just like my uncles, just like you folks. So really, it's an honor every single day and a blessing to carry the torch from you folks. We like to say mahalo, Uncle. Mahalo so much.
Mahalo. But family, mahalo for coming, celebrating with Harry B., his beautiful ohana, his lovely wife, and the 40 wonderful years with many, many more wonderful years on the airwaves. let's continue with the wonderful music this evening. Mel's, would you kindly do the honors, please, love?
These are my brothers. We performed together. We've known each other for a very long time. I know them since we were small. Actually, we're still small. Just your eyes are big. We performed together in Japan with Hula Hala Kamuela for many, many years. And I knew Keone when he had hair. Hi. But these boys are my family. And they're multi-nahoku Hana Hana award-winning group, so I can actually tell you guys this. These are the only guys, they're big and buff, but they can sing like a muff. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my best friends. Give it up for multi-nahoku Hana Hana award-winning trio. Make some noise for Naho!
Iwaikiki Hanuanuau Ho iau ike wahalo pumeana Iwaikiki Hanuanuau Ho iau ike wahalo pumeana Agi kalehe ka aloha I kale kulanue o kamehameha Ai kalihi ka aloha I kale kulanue o kamehameha Pokane Lei aloha ahi manao maho peho ia betu aloha Meho lei aloha ahi manao maho peho ia betu aloha Nai mai anaka buana ho ia hui ke walo umehana Hai nai mai anaka buana ho ia hui ke walo umehana
Oh hey owe kai pole manu ne mai pili pono ka haua uwe hana ka uala hulu mai owe mamu pono ahe olu kau ahe olu iono e oni mai owe pono iho ilalo tio iene ahena ni hono Ai pole manu ne mai a pili pono ka ua e pume hana ka ua lai huli mai owe mamu pono ahe olu oe mau ahe olu iono e oni mai owe pono iho iluna ilalo tio iene ahina ni ono Got some more? Have you ever tried it? The yakahiki hula. Gets a little wacky, but there's nothing like the hula. The yakahiki hula, won't you come and try it? The yakahiki hula. Show them how to wiggle, how to giggle. From here to Chattanooga. Shake it over here. And way over there. All around the island. To the yummy. You'll be happy and gay. Have you ever tried it? The yakahiki hula.
Yakadikula.
It's a little wacky, but it's nothing like a hula. The Yakahiki hula, won't you come and try it?
Won't you come try
The
it?
Yakahiki hula.
Yakadikula.
How to wiggle, how to giggle. From here to Chattanooga, Chattanooga. Shake it over here.
Shake it over
And
here.
then way over there.
Way over there.
All around the island. You do the yummy, yummy. You'll be happy again.
I'd like to be at Waikiki with you, my little chickadee. Whoa, whoa, just we two, meet skies so blue, holding hands the whole day through. And at night, the moon up above will tell us that we're in love. That's why I like to be, hey, hey, at Waikiki with you, my little chickadee. I like to be at Waikiki with you, my little chickadee. Whoa, whoa, just we two, meet skies so blue, holding hands the whole way through. And at night, the moon up above will tell us that we're in love. That's why I like to be, hey, hey, at Waikiki with you, a little chickadee. Wait, stop. You guys so sitting there, you guys not, hey, we gotta get into it. Okay. Sorry, I didn't explain this in the beginning of the song. See? Hi, how are you?
Hi,
You good? Okay. So we're gonna go over the rules of this song again, and we're gonna do it again for Harry, right? Hi Harry, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for inviting us to be down over here. So, when I say, that's why I'd like to be, you guys go, hey, hey. One more time. You guys still warming up. Stretch out, gang. Stretch out. That's why I'd like to be, hey, hey. Okay, we got it? We're gonna go from the top. Now that we have steel guitar in the background, finally. Well, I'd like to be at Waikiki with you, my little chickadee. Whoa, whoa, just we two, meet skies so blue, holding hands the whole day through. And at night, the moon up above will tell us that we're in love. That's why I like to be, hey, hey, at Waikiki with you, my little chickadee. Take one, Uncle. I'd like to be at Waikiki with you, my little chickadee. Oh, oh, just we two, meet skies so blue, holding hands the whole way through. And at night, the moon up above will tell us that we're in love. Well, that's why I like to be, hey, hey, at Waikiki with you, my little chickadee. That's why I like to be, hey, hey, at Waikiki with you, my little chickadee. Hey, hey. Mahalo for working with us through all of this. difficulties. But we call ourselves Nahoa, ladies and gentlemen. It's our pleasure to be here. Halehaku Siberi Akaka, Keone Souza on the bass. My name is Ikaika Blackburn, ladies and gentlemen. Mahalo for having us.
In 1979, when I started Territorial Airwaves, I played records, lots of record albums. But I don't mean these kind of albums. We call these albums, a 33 and a third. But why do we call them albums? It's because earlier there were 78 RPM records, and they came in an album that looked like a photo album that had pages and records. And the records were two-sided, one song on each side. And that's where the origin of the word album comes from. So today we still use that word, but they're still records that we play on Territorial Airwaves.
You know, it was a few years ago when we met Harry. Actually, not more than a few.
Yeah, about 20.
Yeah.
Closer to 20 anyway.
And when we started
I
playing
get a couple years on
music.
these guys. My dad used to work 1420.
Oh, see. So it's our pleasure to be here to share some music with you guys. So sit back, relax, enjoy you guys selves. And if the music moves you in any way and you want to share hula, come on up. Aloha.
O ka uno ia ia tua hilai Uana ka makani he Umike awa me tawai makalai Uana ka makani he.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alan Akaka on the steel guitar.
O ka uno ia ia tua hilai Uana ka makani he Umike awa me tawai makalai Uana ka makani he. Malama pono oi tole hululai Huana ka makani he Ke ka palulu ne o te ehu moelai Huana ka makani he Me ole taloha o kai muti lai Huana ka makani he Ke anai ni vai o make make lai Huana ka makani e. Pokane o kaile. E ahane iana ke kele puna lai Huana ka makani he Ke ka palulu ne o te ahu mohelai Huana ka makani he He ahane ana ke kele mona lai Huana ka makani he Ke ka palulu ne o te ahu mohelai Huana ka makani he Aina ia mai, ana kapua na lai, uana ka makani he. O he aku wau na lugi ha me halai, uana ka makani he. Aina ia mai, ana kapua na lai, uana ka makani he. O he aku wau na lugi ha me halai, Huana ka makani e. Ua noho wau aku ha I kou amo Akaha maina I kou laila Kahi ona ka mana o Laila I anei ka mai hana a ke aloha I anei ka mai hana a ke aloha Ua noho wau a
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Naho! We got time for one more. We got time for one more. Hanaho! Hanaho! When I say Hana, you say Ho! Hana! Hana! Everyone put your hands together for multi-Nahoku Hana award-winning trio Nahoa.
Ole pilivi kahivaiha ole koki hokauka uayuka ano hamailai nuanu ole pilivi
Mr. Keone Souza, ladies and gentlemen.
Anu anu make he waka ke kaliana ila kai no paha hua paha ako umana o I anegi anu make he waka ke kaliana ila kai no paha hua paha ko umana o I anegi.
Mr. Halehaku Seabury Akaka, everybody.
Aui ho malu ai ho malu oe a malu wa malu nei a kino mamulia o koleo
Aui ho malu ai
Congratulations again, Harry.
Say, Kaka Blackbird.
Mahalo for having us. Aloha.
Congratulations, Harry.
In the 1980s, a lot of the legends of Hawaiian music were still alive, and I was lucky enough to have many of them on Territorial Airwaves because they were friends of my father. He has the same name, Harry Soria Sr., I'm Harry Soria Jr., so they were more than welcome to come onto the show, and they would have a good time. One particular gentleman came on, the Hawaiian cowboy, Saul Kekipi Bright. Saul K. Bright, what an amazing guy. And so during that time, I had the practice of a little pewter flask of scotch, putting it in my coffee to give me a little more energy over the air for my 1-hour show before I went back to work. And so I put it in there and I said, Saul, would you like? And he took it and took a big swig right from the flask. And then I said, oh, okay. And I started to screw up the cap. He said, Brother Harry, let's leave that right over here. So we left it there open. By the end of the show, with all the stories and the music, playing 78 RPMs of his from the 30s, the flask was gone. It was drained. And the next thing I remember is I was sitting in Biggie's Nutshell in Kailua, looking up at Saul on top of a table with a broomstick dancing to the Hawaiian Cowboy, his signature song. That was a night, I have no idea how most of it occurred, but it was a wonderful time with a legend on Territorial Airwaves.
Mels, would you kindly do the honors, please, and bring on these?
We was going to enter Mary Monarch, yeah, Shannon, in 2020, yeah? I don't know if you guys saw our viral video. It was so funny, yeah, Shannon? It was Miss Aloha Hula Night, yeah, Mary?
Yes. Did you just call me Mary in front of all these beautiful people? Yes, it's Miss Aloha Hula Night, and she's like, brother. I said, what? They're so lucky I never entered this year. I just gave them chance.
Yeah.
I said, but are you ready? I said, why? Because if I don't back bend, you got to pick me up. And if I don't pick you up, what were you going to do?
No, for real. Like, we have this all planned. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious. Like, you know how you get the ramp, yeah? Mary Monarch stage, right? And when Kimo Alama Keaulana goes, ladies and gentlemen. So we had to go up on stage, and one was going to enter. And I was like, Sean, in case I do a back bend, and I cannot get up, and you better be there to pick me up. And if you're not there for pick me up, I'm going to just have to make a production and roll off the ramp.
And while you're rolling past the judges,
I'm going to roll past the judges. I'm like, hi, give me a high score.
Love.
We're going to call ourselves Hula Hala or Poor Thing, yeah?
There you go.
And speaking about hula, you know, when I went to Kamehameha, I swear I played this tape so much, it stretched. These guys. I was in high school like 12 years ago. But I remember their music just resonated on Kapalama campus, and we danced at every ho'olaule'a, every halau, every kumuhula danced to their music, and I'm so blessed and so honored to introduce these guys up on stage. They've been performing for over 30 years, ladies and gentlemen, and they too are also Grammy nominees as well, and multi-Nahaku Hana Award stars.
Sis, before you say the names,
yes,
your exit, you got to roll off, okay? So go ahead.
No, I have gout.
Okay, just introduce and then limp off.
Stop your madness, you little bugger on you. You see what I gotta put up with every morning, and it's almost past my bedtime, so we need to dash. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please, they're concluding our evening tonight as we celebrated 40 years of Territorial Airwaves. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Ho'okena.
Hello, thank you. Shannon Scott, Melia Apana, everybody. Okay, Glenn. This is Mr. Glenn Smith on Kimo Alama guitar. Waikiki hula, hallelujah. So we'd like to give a big thank you and congratulations to the man himself there. What they call him, the albino? Harry B. for 40 years, Territorial Airwaves. Yeah, big hand. That was before I was born, though. And this guy says, these two guys graduated from college by that time. But anyway, yeah, as they mentioned, as Melly mentioned, we've been in the business here for the past 33 years now this year as Ho'okena. Thank you, yes. Loving what we're doing. Besides doing the music, we all have our own full-time jobs as well. But this guy recently retired from his job over at Pearl Harbor Shipyard. After 37 years, he was a resource manager. But we're going to bring out our lovely hula stylist, Kumuhula Nani Dudwa. But I have to give you the story about this whole room and Nani. Back in the 1980s, Nani was dancing with her Kumuhula, Lena Alakalama Haini, who was dancing with the Brothers Casimiro show here at the Monarch Room. So about 1983, 84, 85, I joined Robert's Hala, Hala Nakamale, Hala Nakamale, Olililehua now. But I joined the Hala, and then Robert had asked me to come here and join the show with them. Now, mind you, this was 100 pounds lighter. So Nani was one of the star dancers. Besides her kumu, she had a couple hula solos in the show. So at that time, I was single. And when she would do her solos, I would watch from side stage every night and just be in awe and gaga all over her. So when her song was done, I would run back to our dressing room, change. So that would happen every night. And that's how we met. That from that time on. So this is 33 years as well. So we're going to bring out Kumuhula Nani Dudwa to join us with this next song. Song written by Andy Cummings while he was in freezing cold Lansing, Michigan, thinking about home, in particular this place called Waikiki.
There's a feeling deep in my heart, stabbing at me just like a dart. It's a feeling heavenly. I see memories out of the past, memories that always will last, of this place beside the sea. Waikiki, at night when the shadows are falling, I hear your rolling surf calling, calling and calling to me. Waikiki, 'tis for you that my heart is yearning. My thoughts are always returning out there to you across the sea. Your tropic place and your wonderful charm are ever in my memory. And I recall when I held you in my arms, an angel sweet and heavenly. Waikiki, my whole life is empty without you. I miss that magic about you, magic beside the sea. Your tropic place and your wonderful charm are ever in my memory. And I recall when I held you in my arms, an angel sweet and heavenly. Waikiki, my whole life is empty without you. I miss that magic about you, magic beside the sea, magical Waikiki.
Magical Waikiki. Hanaho. Hanaho. Okay, we're gonna do another song that they danced in the show as well as I. Boy, I missed this room. The last time we played in this room was when they had the funeral service for Roland Casimiro. That was really sad. But yeah, we're gonna do this song, taking you a little further down where the Waikiki Shell is at, Kapi'olani Bandstand. Oh, that way. Where am I? That way? Yeah, that way. Okay, that's Ala Moana. Okay, I'm kind of lost here. But anyway, back in the day, that was marshland grown in that area. And lovers used to go and roam at night, talk story, have a little Diet Coke, talk some more story. And they named this place Maki's Island. And this song is called Maki Ailana. Mele, where you stay? Yeah, I couldn't dance at her.
Mr. and Mrs. Horace Dudois.
Mahalo, Holly.
Holly, did I give you the pick? No. Oh, shoots. Okay. Oh, hard to breathe now. Now that was 100 pounds lighter now, back then.
Just imagine if he was moving faster on them. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. So yeah, lots of great memories in this room. Particularly because of my kumu and my idols, the brothers Casimiro, Robert and Roland. So whenever I would hear this song every night, it would just give me chicken skin. So we're gonna try to do one of their classics and hope we can pull it off just as good as them. Try.
Kuipo ikahe meke kai nei kai lili ni po aku ilaila kamana uakili oku mauai kana hele
amazing Ho'okana, ladies and gentlemen.
From the beginning, Territorial Airwaves has had an impact on the musicians of Hawaii, whether it was Peter Moon or other groups of that time in the 1970s and 80s, into the 90s, and even now we have groups like Nahua just did a song from one of our CDs. We've had Raiatea Helm do songs from one of our shows, and so forth. So we have this wonderful joy of our music from Territorial Airwaves impacting the entertainers of today. We traveled to Rome, Italy. We go to Paris every year, so we went to Rome, Italy, and we were invited to a party for my wife's halal. And we got there, and they had hired a Roman band to play music. And we were surprised that they were playing Hawaiian music with a steel guitar. On the break, they came running over, and they all were very excited to meet me. And they said, "Oh, Territorial Airwaves, we listen all the time on territorialairwaves.com. That's how we learn our songs." And they explained that they're professional musicians. They read and write music, so they listen to territorialairwaves.com, to the shows. If they hear a song they want to learn, they keep reversing it, and they transcribe it and put everything together, all the notes, they figure it out, and the words, and then they play using their tablets and perform that same song just perfectly because they're professionals. They play swing and country swing and all kinds of types of music. Very talented guys. So we were just blown away by this, and they even came out with a CD. And it's like all the way in Rome, Italy, there's musicians listening to Territorial Airwaves and learning Hawaiian music and performing it and recording it. Wow, who would have ever thought Territorial Airwaves would reach that far?
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, if you could kindly, one more time, please put your hands together for these three handsome, talented gentlemen here on stage. Give it up for multi-Nahoku Hano Hano Award winners, Ho'okana.
And how about another big hand for Harry B. for all those fabulous years of Hawaiian music. So we're going to leave you with this song. It's very special to us. It speaks about being proud and being Hawaiian. And the composer of this song had written this song while he was on the mainland, traveling around the world. And on it, the whole gist of it was, he was trying to say, no matter where I travel around the world, I will always know Hawaii is my home, because I am Hawaiian. He Hawaii au. Back to the hat.
Kumuhula, Nani, Judawa. Glenn, Horace, Chris, put your hands together for Ho'okena. Everybody stand up, everybody. Shannon, where are Shannon? Where are you, Shannon? Everybody put your hands together for my partner. Every morning I get to wake up. We talk to over 1.9 million people worldwide, and we perpetuate Hawaiian music around the world. And he's the best partner ever. I'm so blessed to work with him every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for my best friend, my brother. Every morning on Hawaiian 105 KINE, Shannon Scott.
Mahalo, family. If you don't mind, please keep the applause going for a very, very dear friend of mine. Known each other for over 20 years. She is my brother. She's the Kane in this relationship over here.
I am.
The Tinabu.
I am.
Kawaii Swai.
Kawaii Swai.
Give it up for the one and only Mele Apana.
By the way, what was Melly munching?
Goldfish crackers.
Goldfish crackers.
Oh.
Thank you.
That's our exit.
Welcome to Consolidated Theaters.
Come on,
Ladies and
Harry.
there he is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put your hands together for the guest of honor tonight, celebrating 40 years, Harry Bisaria Jr.
Want to thank all of you for coming this evening. How about a big hand for Meliapana and Shannon Scott, the Kolohe crew. They wake me up every morning, and they wake you up in the evening. Huh? Terrific. And thank you all. We appreciate your support for the Hawaiian Music Archives Foundation and my lovely wife, Kilohana Silv, and her Halau Hula Oma Noa and Halau Mele. Thank you so much. They worked so hard to make this evening for you tonight. So thank you again for supporting us, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Mahalo.
Since we have him up here, can you come in the middle? Come inside the middle, Harry. We're going to go ahead and, family and friends, now that you're all standing, can we hold hands, Ke Olu Olu, as we sing Hawaii Aloha, and we bid you all a safe travel home, and to all you fathers out there, have a happy, safe Father's Day too. All you lovely ladies out there, mahalo for all you do. And don't forget to check your silent auction bids and get your parking tickets validated. Mahalo.
Hey, Hawaii.
Uncle Kimo Kahuano. Come, Uncle.
certain rhythm that is quite a sensation. Young and old are doing it throughout the whole nation. Swing is the rhythm. Get right in with 'em. Beat out a tune in the hottest style in a whole generation. Get